Okay, welcome everybody to the main event 151. We are blessed to have Margarida Barreto here and is representing her CIA, which she can explain is not the Central Intelligence Agency. We're going to have Nina Sarrina Caballero here, but unfortunately she had a unexpected sensitive personal situation in the last day or so. So she's not able to join us today. But instead, we have two AICC ambassadors with us. Ilya Selip, Robin Kane are here. Ilya's in Barcelona, Spain. Robin's in Germany. And we've got a very international crowd here today. So delighted to have all of you here. This should be very interesting. And what I usually do is I start off with the AI news. All of this AI news is posts that are in the comment section of today's event page on LinkedIn. So if you want to see any of these things, go to the comment section on the event page and you'll be able to link to any of these things. First of all, FreePix upgrades its AI audio tools with 3 major new features. Also, FreePix launches the new SOTA, S-O-T-A, video upscaler. That looks very impressive on the quality. Gemini can now create music with Lyra 3 arriving inside the app. Ego X can convert outside source videos into point of view versions, so you can watch as one of the characters in the scene. Bloom Bauer has launched the first edition of Yellow Muse magazine. So any of you that have been participating in that, or like Rachel and some others, Lori, glad to see you here, my friend. So that magazine is now available. And I'm adding a new category to the comments in the event page called Last Laugh. I have posted a thing from Rupert Brenny, who wins the category this week, with an ad for human butlers to serve robot families. And he's written this thing. It's extremely funny. A close competitor for the Last Laugh category, but Rupert wins because it's all his original writing in this thing. But Eugenio Ferrero has posted about Liquid Death's AI commercial for the Olympics. So that's something worth taking a look at as well. So all of these things are linked in a couple of weeks ago, Margarita approached me about doing this event today, sharing resources of her CIA and also the relationship with AICC. So we're delighted to be doing this today, and this new program, Flova, it actually hasn't launched yet, has it, Margarita?
Flova is, they are already online, and they started now. They were open to everyone to test in the end of last year, and this year they started to have the subscription plans. But I posted a link on the event comments, so anyone can jump in and have 200 credits for the first use. And they are doing a thing that is for your first month subscription, they double the credits. So if you pay, I would say to you, just pay if you want. Use the lowest plan. I think it's 2K in credits, and you will get the double. So it's plenty enough for you to test a lot. And I think it costs $15 or $16 something.
Good.
You have a question. How far you get with the 200 credits? I'm not sure if you see that.
Yeah. It depends on the kinds of models you choose to use. But I can say, like, imagine you're doing a small video with audio or narration. It's like 5 credits for the narration, maybe 15 credits for an image, 25 for a segment of a 5-second video, but also depends in the model that you are choosing to produce the video. But it all goes around like 5 credits, 15 credits, 25.
So this is a program out of Singapore, correct?
Yeah. From what I know, they started last year, and they have a big news coming. Everyone also is jumping into it. Like they are releasing Seedance 2.0 on the 24th, so it will be on Thursday. And I think I put the link on the comments on the event too. They have a challenge that will be up on the 27th of February. So anyone who enters that challenge can win a lot of credits and a lot of ways to play around with Seedance. And I think they are going to, let me check the thing that I put there. It's a 1,000,000 credit challenge, 10 days of creation, and they are releasing unlimited access. Yeah. So I think on the 27th, maybe the 200 credits that you receive now with a link that I put on the comments, just keep them and use them to produce some things for the challenge on the 27th. Even they are saying they will release a lot of free credits for you to use that will be open to everyone. Maybe keep these 200 credits till then.
Margarida, please proceed with your presentation.
Okay, let me share my. So I don't know if all of you know or tried or heard about it. So this is the main page of Flova. What this does that is different from the other video tools that we know is that it behaves like an AI assistant to the production of the videos. I posted today one of the videos that I did to kind of promote this workshop today. I'm going to show you here the outcome that are later on added a little bit on CapCut, but I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to show you the process of doing this.
You tried to bury the project in the deep organic zones, expecting it to rot. But true evolution cannot be contained. Half machine, half monster, all lethal. Welcome to the violent future.
Okay, so all of this was done. All of this was done here. This is the project. But before I jump into it, this is all the website. This is web-based. They don't have an app, and I think even in an app, if it was an app, it wouldn't be working so well. It's very intuitive. You have here in the homepage a lot of different videos and situation projects of other from the community. And you can see when you pick one, of your choice, you can see the workflow behind it. So it's very useful for you to, here you can see view creation process, and you open, when you click, you open a window like the one I'm going to show you with this project that you saw before. So this is what happens in the end of the project, but this all starts here. So when you create a new project, I'm going to show you before that. It's like this, create new project. So it's a blank Canva, and you start writing here. And you don't need to have a prompt. You just need to have an idea, and the tool starts to communicate with you. Here is where you can add image, audio of your choice, or even a video, and also some kind of PDF if you want. Here is where you choose the models for video, image, also the soundtracks and the narration. So you can see they have a lot of different models you can use. The good thing about this is if you are new to this AI ecosystem and you don't know which way to go or which model to choose, you don't have to worry, because when you talk with it, it tells you the best model to use for that kind of thing that you want to create. Here is also different kind, they call it skills, but it's different features that they present. You can also use this if you want, but I think the most fun thing is like to start writing here something and let it do the brainstorm with you. Here is another thing that is somehow new they have, it's the element, and this is like a character. They have these ones here that are predefined by them, and here is, I have one untitled, but it's like if you want to train your own character, so yourself or your pet or any character that you want to use in your story, and using this character, if you select everything that you will be doing here, will have that character as in a consistent way in all the videos that you are going to produce. But given this, I'm going to go back here to the neon. One of the things that it opens a lot of tabs every time we jump into one. Let me close all of them. And it's this one that I want to open. So how did I ended up with the video that I showed you in the beginning? So this was my blank canvas, and I started to write this. I want to make a video using, I told them the kind of model that I wanted to use, in my case, with a multi-panel keyframe, because I wanted to have that kind of split frame that you saw in the video. And I gave him not like a character here like I showed you, but I uploaded the different views and perspectives that I had of the character that I wanted to be incorporated in the story. So he responded me like, perfect, I will create a video using this model. He analyzed the character references, and what it does is he uses then the Nano Banana Pro to replicate all the features of my character again. Okay, and then he analyzes the things that I gave him, my mini briefing, and he starts for himself to create the creative brief. So he starts to give me a lot of inputs, it gives me the visual strategy plan. And when it starts to do this, it gives me some kind of this kind of checkpoints. Like it says, okay, do you prefer me to create the first frame and you do a review of it, or do you want me to execute all images and videos at once? So you are always also in control of the project. I'm going to show you again, like doing with you watching. Going to open this, going back to the top of the page, and I'm going to create the same brief that I started to give him. And now I'm going to, I think this one, yeah. I'm going to tell him this, and now I'm going to add some images, and they are here. So I'm going to do everything again. Click enter, and now it is going to start thinking. One of the good things here is for those like me that are not English native, you can also talk here in Portuguese, for example, and he understands perfectly. And you also can put here links for other sites, and he can go there and grab information if needed. And for instance, create a video with some headlines that it get from those sites or URLs that you perform here. Okay, as you can see, it's analyzing, like I told you. It tells you all the steps, and now you can see the same question. I always prefer to go check frame by frame what he's doing. So I'm going to choose the number 1.
What's interesting here is, like with ChatGPT, it's not able to access things on the web for adding into something. Like if I wanted to show it a video or something that's on my YouTube channel, it wouldn't be able to do that. But this is apparently able to access things.
Yes, that was one of the things that I got very surprised. I was doing, I think I was playing with something for the CIA, the Portuguese community, and I was trying to see how far this could go. And just out of curiosity, I put it the URL and said, okay, go and check our site and see if you can create an institutional presentation for me. And you went there, grabbed all the headlines in Portuguese and put it on the slides of the movie. So Sandro, it was impressive.
Sandro, you had a question?
Yes, I have a few more questions, but I will ask first of all, the images which you create, did you create it in Flova or you created it in somewhere else?
No, I create the image that I have for this project were created on Midjourney, and then I used NanoBanana to do the different perspectives. However, you can also create the images here.
Right, that was actually my second question. So basically, you did some pre-work. Using Midjourney, you decide about characters and other things, obviously, and after that, it looked like you fine-tune that, or you clean the images with NanoBanana, and after that, you were ready to start the project in Flova. And also, you mentioned that you can do that in Flova as well, but it was better to not use the credit, right? Kind of.
Yeah, sometimes it's like a matter of seeing, okay, I have credits on the other side, I have a subscription there, so maybe I can do there or I want that kind of look and feel that I'm doing there and using here. So it's like a balance of the credits you have. But I can, I made a podcast with my bunny. Some of you already know that podcast. I'm working on the second podcast for them, and all the images were produced here on Flova. I'm going to, in a minute, show you there for those who don't know or remember. Just, yeah.
Margarita, there's just a couple questions in the comments. Vesica says, does consulting the chat consume credits?
It's if this is consuming, when it consume credits, it appears somewhere over here. So this is, it will be starting to consume after this, because now here you can see is just asking me to edit any of these things. I'm going to say that, okay, I'm okay with all of this because I don't want to spend any time. It gives me some suggestions. I'm going to the 30 seconds, but I could put something more smaller, but I'm going to go with this one. Next page. As you can see, it gives you already some of predefined informations. I'm going to make this also in portrait to be similar to the one I showed you before, and pure. Okay, let's check everything. I'm okay with everything. So after this is going to consume credits because it will be starting to produce the things. Okay, if I go here to, this is the only thing that I don't like too much, is that every time it opens a new one. But I'm going to see if it appears here. You see visual assets. He spent 75 credits here. On the other things here again, but on the conversation that I'm having with him, you don't spend any credits. Here is the one I was saying before, for the narration, 5 credits. Of course, I think this depends on the length of the duration of the story, and can increase a little bit, but yeah, it's just 5 credits.
One more question, if I can interrupt you for a second. Flory wants to know, how do you use the models and the skills on the bottom of the window? I guess that's those little buttons.
Yeah, you just click on them. And then it's here, in this case, I can't because this was a different project. But let me go back here. Imagine you want to choose. This one was the one that I used, but imagine I want to go with, let's say, I want to create an image. So I'm going to say that I need an image for the video intro. Just this. I'm going to change my keyboard batteries, and now it will just start to produce the. Let's see what he says. What you like to the intro? I'm going to say I prefer the. I'm going to copy this. Paste here. Okay, now he's saying he's going to create it. One of the other things that we also have here, imagine you want to, you like this project and you want to, this was my intro for a big movie that I'm producing, and I want to create a new segments of this. What you can do is, when you hit here in any of this conversation, branch in a new project, what this does, it replicates this project in another new one, and you can start like the next episode, maintaining the main information of this story. Let's see while is generating here. This was the one that we started some minutes ago. Is still generating all the stuff. As you see, he is creating the narration and the music. One of the other things is that when he finish all the work here and you are happy, he asks you if you want to assemble all the videos in one final timeline. And then you go here, and what he does, he creates like a small editor of your video, and you can watch. I don't know if this will be working because he's also working on the background, but...
They tried to bury the project in the deep organic zones, expecting it to rot. But true evolution cannot be contained.
So this is all automatic by him.
Margarita, I'm going to interrupt you once more because of different questions. Eric, you have a question?
Just a quick question. Can you put yourself in these videos? Can you upload a reference of yourself and put yourself in them?
Yes, you can use that here with the element, the one with the character reference. So I want to use this character in situation X. So you can use a specific character. It's almost like the same. It's equal of what I did here with the characters that I uploaded. But changing in the middle, was that your question?
No, not changing in the middle. Not changing in the middle, just that you could use your own picture, put it in the video.
Yeah, you can. It's just, or using with the element, like train the element, like they have this, and it will be a continuous character throughout the entire movie. Or you just, in the beginning of the project, like I said here, use this to unify characters, and I put my character in the different positions and perspectives that I have.
Couple more questions for you. Flory wants to know, once the video is done, can you have it create the intro and outro shots, or you have to take it to CapCut or other editing platforms for that?
Can you repeat it?
Yeah, once the video is done, can you have it create the intro and outro shots, or you have to take it to CapCut or other editing platform?
Yeah, no, it's no need, because what happened here, I asked him to create an intro. I think it was on this one or in the other, I don't recall, but it creates the intro after the project is done, and then it asks you, okay, do you want me to merge all the layers again? So you can again ask him to, okay, insert this in the beginning, or you can also add yourself here using this, and you choose like intro card, select. So I insert it here. Did I explain myself well?
Yeah, I think we got it.
Yeah. So
one last question from Glenn Batkin. Can you rearrange the piece of video in the editor?
Yeah,
and
you can do this.
Also, can you upload VO or music?
That's a good question. Here, user uploads, no. So I think here we cannot upload there, but what you can do maybe to get around that problem is you can come here, add an image, and say, okay, add this image to the middle of the shot, the film.
Okay.
And you also can delete things and play with the timelines. One of the things that they don't have at the moment, I don't know if it's in their plans in the future, is to have like effects in transitions or other effects. But
Flora just commented that she did upload music and video into the program, so I guess it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible to upload to here and then ask him to use. I don't know if it's possible to just grab something and put it right away here. But yeah, let me check. I was talking before about the bunnies, the podcast. So this was all done here. The thing that I did, this was one of the examples that I started talking with the machine in English, and then I got tired and started in the middle talking in Portuguese, and even then it continues produce all the outputs in English. So it was very cool to see that. And this one is, I just started with a normal talk. I have a funny project with my two bunnies. I had started with just one image, this one that I did somewhere else. I don't remember where. He saw the definitions of my bunnies. In the middle of this, here, because I wanted to have a more consistent character features on the bunnies, I uploaded some photos, real photos of them. And all of the sequence were produced here, even the logo and the animation of this looks like Bundy podcast, but yeah, it's Bunny podcast. And one of the things that I learned also is sometimes it's better for you to maintain the character voice with some consistency. It's better to use video models that can produce at the same time the audio. So use like VO3, and it's easier to have that kind of lip sync instead of creating a video and then producing the audio and then try to synchronize everything. So think about that when you start to create this kind of videos too. Let me show you the final of the bunnies was this one.
All right, Luke, we're on the clock. Let's address the elephant in the room.
You mean the two-legged giants who keep cooing, "Who's a little baby" at us?
Precisely. It's degrading. I have a banana consumption schedule to maintain. I am not a whittle baby.
Seriously, do babies manage a weekly podcast? No, they just cry and poop.
We only do one of those things.
And it's very professional.
Even here we had the problem because every sequence was done in different frames. So if you see, the voices are still different from character. The same character has different voices throughout the entire video. But this was done some time ago, so things are evolving. And the other thing I was doing right before we entered here, just for you to also see all the possibilities of the things you can do here. In this case, I used a prompt that one of my colleagues from SIA posted this week. And I used it to create a label for the main event. And I just said to him that I want to animate this and fluffy purple 3D typography. All the briefing that we saw before continues. I choose some of the things here with the tool. I try to be very polite these days with the tool. So I always say, oh, fantastic and amazing. So it can gives me better responses. And in this case, it started, I think this is because I was doing a lot of projects at the same time, and he has hallucinated here a little bit and talked to me in Chinese. And I think this is the end of the things. He created the full animation. I'm going to say, okay, let's see in the timeline if we have anything here. Okay, we have three different animations for the main event. Big Al, if you want to use any of this on your next week event, let me know and I will share with you.
Well, does that mean I get some extra Flova credits if I do that?
Yeah, I believe so. It would make sense.
Meg Ball was asking, based on your text input, does Flova suggest the best model choice for the desired output?
Yeah, yes. But you have to pay attention to the conversation that he's having with you. The other thing is, when he sees, I've tested that, when he sees that you are low on credits, he also alerts you that, oh, this is going to spend a bunch of credits, and you are not on the plus or etc. Subscription. So it kind of guides you in how you can use the models that spend more credits or not. And also, one of the things for you to pay some attention of what he says here or suggests to you, it's because if you click OK, proceed, sometimes you are eating steps. And if you do like this step by step, you can go and check if he's creating the first frame okay, and then you say, okay, proceed with the video. If you are all in the beginning just jumping to the, okay, I'm okay with all the images, proceed with the production of the old videos. You are spending a lot of credits without knowing the results. Other thing is, when you have here something that you didn't like, you can click here in the reply. He automatically puts here this box, like the indicating this is the thing that you want to talk about, and you can say, okay, I don't like the kind of movement or the camera, or I need it to be extended in more 2 seconds. And then it can tell you, okay, but this kind of model just produce videos in 5 seconds. To do in 8 seconds, like you asked me, we have to change the model. So it's always the conversation between you and Flova.
Glenn has a question. Glenn?
Hey, Margarita, thank you for this. It's pretty interesting. I haven't seen any app like this. So I think you mentioned this earlier. You can do voiceover and music within Flova, or do you have to go outside and pull it in?
No, everything here.
So the lip sync by the two bunnies, and the, you created the script and you picked voice from a choice of voices.
Yeah, one of the things here with the bunnies was it suggested me to create. I think I was doing this with Seed and the videos with students, I think. And in the middle of this, I started to say, okay, but we need to have videos with the bunny talking. So I think the lip sync won't function well here. I think we need to go up with a video model that also does audio in the video. And somewhere here, he told me, okay, I think it was something like this, produces silent videos. And I said, I prefer the models with the lip sync. And then he suggested using Google VO3, and we went from that. So you can just say, I want my bunny or my character to be saying hello, I'm here, and he will using VO3, and he will do that. The other thing here on this one, one of the things that was in the middle of the whole project, he assembled the entire video, but at that time I didn't have the narration. And I was seeing the video and said, okay, I think all the images have impact the videos, but we need to have some narration to it. So I asked him, and he did again a narration, and then he updated the timeline automatically and made the cuts of the narration to put in the right places.
So thank you. I think you answered it. You really don't have to leave the program in order to use, let's say, VO3, for example, which does good lip sync.
Everything here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, this is fascinating. I mean, somebody commented, I think it was Glenn, that said it's like putting working with ChatGTP and different AI programs, all in one place. What I found interesting too is that the thing is very conversational, very willing to go back and forth with you.
Yeah, that's the thing. One of the things that really stood out from the beginning using this, and the one that I was telling also, I think it's this one I can show you. Somewhere here, I was talking in Portuguese with him, and somewhere I gave him the link for the sites. I don't know if it was this one or this one, and he just went and create the frames with the words, and even I talking him here in Portuguese, answering in English, and then assembling here all the things in the right language. So most of the tools hallucinate a little bit. So this was one of the things that really also stood up. Let me see if it was here. Sometimes the conversations between these projects, but I think somewhere here he started to create here. So this is all done by him. I didn't say this kind of words. He just went to the website that I showed him, and he copy pasted and put it here. Here the same. I don't know if anyone else has questions.
Yeah, let's stop screen sharing and we can open up the floor. Anybody, please?
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Margarida.
Hi, Guido.
Just curious, do you think you can do a complete storyboard with 2000K? Like was doing a story, it was 5 minutes of video, or you maybe need more?
Example, the video I showed, the first one with the symbiosis. It has almost 1 minute length, and I spent about 1,000 credits.
Okay.
With everything, and also with some things that I wanted to change. So he produced me one of the videos for the first frames, and I saw that the movements weren't very well. So I said, okay, I need you to recreate this again. And I also did an upscale of all the frames. So they were first in 700 something resolution, and then I upgraded them to the 180.
But
and
you upscale images, not video.
Videos. I say upscale, but it's not the upscale. It did in a low resolution because that's why I was saying when he sees that you are not with a lot of credits, he tells you, okay, you don't have enough credits, so I'm going to produce the videos in low quality. After you upgrade your account, if you want to use more credits, then we can later upgrade the resolution of the video, the same video. What I did was when I upgraded my account after, I said, okay, let's go ahead with putting the videos that you did in a better quality. And then it was just for curiosity, I put the final video on CapCut and exported in 4K. And that's when I saw the big difference.
Sitso, go ahead with your question. Sitso? I don't know how you pronounce that. S-T.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have corrected that. I apologize. It's Christine.
Hi, Christine. That's much nicer name.
Oh my God, how embarrassing. Okay. I just had a question on training, on using your own images to train. What do? Just upload the images and say, hey, I want you to create a character based upon these images, or how does that work?
Yeah. The most important thing is to try to upload the more quantity of image that you have from your character. It's like if you are training another model in another program. So the better quality and the better quantity of images that you upload here, the better results you'll get. And also, if they are, I don't say, okay, upload your images in the highest quality. But yeah, the better quality you gave him, the better results you'll get.
Is there a certain file size that like under 5 megabytes or,
Oh, till now, I didn't have any problem with that. I think nowadays, any image that you produce, like even on Midjourney, without any kind of upscale, it's enough to input here, and you'll have a good result.
Sandu?
Few things. So regarding Flova itself, as you probably everybody noticed, it's more like an LLM over other products from Google, like the Nano Banana, the video part, which is with Flow and so on. But it's conversational. It's not as other, let's say, flow diagrams, or there are other products which are doing that. If you are using non-paying ones, you can use various other LLMs, but basically you take boxes and you play with boxes, and theoretically you have more controls. This is slightly different. To me, it's more like an AI LLM kind of on top of all the others, and all the things happens underneath. But you need to pay attention to several things. We touch on it on credits a little bit. To me, it's good to get your final results from here. I kind of disagree with the fact that you need to use high res and stuff like that. I think actually you should keep it to the minimum, play as much as you can, find the final, and after that, you don't need to even do it here. Just take the 700 and upscale it somewhere else, which is cheaper. 1,000 credits for a video, I think it's a lot. And I saw this fight in general between a lot of LLMs. I think, if you go on Google, take the basic, it's only $20 and you got like 1,000 credits to use Nano Banana for free, and you can have 1,000 credits for the videos, which is super cool. I use that, and after a while I realized, I should use actually $6 per month, because every month they do actually, offers.
A reset.
Yeah, and that's, video, it's expensive, especially with AI. You need to make sure you have a system, and you need to minimize it. At least that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to do as much free like everybody else. And I realized that managing your credits, I do have, for instance, Clink, but I realize I'm not really using too much Clink, and every month I'm wasting that because I bought from 1 year, right? And you need to find those ways of how to manage it. I see Mike also has got questions, but I think Flova is good to get your idea, because at the bottom is get the video, and after that probably you can upscale that video and do the fine tuning somewhere else where you can manage your credits. That's the point. So
yeah, I agree with that. I was just saying this for people to know that it's possible to do here, because in my case, when it gets to in terms of really upscaling, I have Topaz Video for that, so I don't need to rely on these tools. But I think it's also cool for others to know that they can produce them in a lower or higher resolution here. One of the things that I was reminding to say is, when you are doing all those videos, I already closed the sharing, but you can download the full video, so the one that appeared on the timeline, or you can choose just to download all the assets that the project created. So you will get all the images in separated folders, all the audios that he created, the narration, the videos, everything in separated files, and you can later. That's the thing that I almost do, because I really like to put the transitions between the frames and give some kind of treatment of the final video. But you can, if you don't want to do that, or if you're satisfied with the final result, you just download the entire movie itself.
I'd like Michael, please go ahead.
Yeah, well, as Sandhu kind of pointed out, I mean, I think this is an interesting trend. Everybody in Google, the different Google programs and the OpenAI programs and so on, are all using this chat interface or text interface to either do modifications or generations of images. What these folks have figured out is that, of course, it's an LLM, so you can have a conversation with it. If the conversation is guided properly by the engineer and by the user, then you're going to be able to have a good result. The other thing I think that's interesting is that these folks have merged the idea of trainable image models and video. I don't know if they have trainable video, but it sort of doesn't matter, because if you have an image that fits your idea, you can use that image to generate the video. So I think there's going to be more of this. I think Google is definitely going to put this all together in an interface like this, very similar to this interface. This is all the rage. Also, these OpenClaw and that kind of stuff. I guess it kind of intersects with this in that, you can make these long running and automated agents going. I went to a meetup this week and it was mobbed. So this is the biggest thing since OpenAI, according to everybody. But I think the interesting thing is that this kind of interactive chat interface with various engineering tweaks integrated with other visual generation things that we've been seeing for the last year or more is kind of the future in this space, even more so than things like Weavy with it, or what's it called? The one with
Wavy.
Laura.
Comfy
UI for the network, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, rubber band, there are many, right?
I don't know what they did, but yeah, those are the big things now in terms of this tool space. And it makes sense, and LLMs are becoming much more responsive, and they understand more and more. It's another trend that's very big, which I use a lot, is this vibe coding idea, where you tell it what you want in software, and it writes code and it writes UI for you now, and it integrates them quite nicely. So the one from Google, Anti-Gravity, is quite good, and the Claude one is quite good. So that's another big trend, and that's all voice. Well, not voice. It could be voice, but it's text guided, interactive text guided.
Michael, I know you are kind of on it as well. You have also PicGen, but what?
Well, I have a new one out too.
Right, one out.
You better check it out, man. I sent you the link.
But the trend which I'm seeing is actually coming from the market. That means we obviously notice that there is a lot of demand for videos, like get monetized, and but be aware, like big giants, YouTube right now, they are actually start putting brakes on this. Monetization wise, people thought, I will create a lot of videos with AI. Well, it's not quite like that. Actually, it's downtrend. Both TikToks, YouTube, and so on is not giving you so much monetization back if you are using a lot of AI, which is quite interesting as a business practice. But the point where I'm going with those LLMs, we notice they will come layered on top of each other. If you are looking to the Nano Banana, Flow, and all the Google products, including Google Labs, which are actually quite interesting. Watch that, because you learn in advance for a product which is coming in the next 3 months, 6 months. So be aware of that. But the layering right on top of each other, I think at one time people will realize they need more controls. For instance, Margarita, nice video, but it was really as you want it. In the classical way was, I want this, like a movie screen. I want this from this, and you can go step by step, and it gives you the close to the results which you want. Visually, no problem. Visually is super cool. The dynamics, I see that in the videos right now. All the dynamics, everybody's trying to do it like Hollywood style. In Kling, you have Kling 3 with the snapshots. You have various points of view. So for people which wants to learn videos, actually you need to go on the real practice and see how a director thinks. It's not actually the images, because I fall on that trap before. I really like the images, but when you want to do video, it's not images, it's actually actions, camera movements, how the actor move, feelings. What's the message and as this clicks in the mind of the creators, you have all those platforms, and that's the reason they go toward this LLM style. It's like what you want, express your feelings. Now, the tricky part is
Well, I don't think it's your feelings. I'm sorry to interrupt
no,
you.
but they learn from it.
Express your idea. Yeah,
ideas, but at the end, it's the feedback which is feeling related. Why you like a movie?
Okay.
You know, when you say like, it's actually a feeling question, right?
All right.
Guys, I'd like to ask Flori a question because she has been working with this program. Flori, you mentioned about putting in an entire script and getting a storyboard from it. My question is, are you finding that the storyboard images are the way you would like them, or do you have to go in and change some of the images? Because that's something that I have had to do with LTX. It'll give me a storyboard, but most of the pictures are not what I had in mind.
Well, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so for example, I created a story, a children's book story, and in ChatGPT, I made it write different scenes, and then I uploaded my own characters. And I gave it the story from ChatGPT, and I said, this is what I want you to create a storyboard on. And it took my characters, and the better your description of your images, the better the images that it'll give you, like with anything. And it literally created the entire storyboard using my characters, and where it considered that it's my story was missing pieces in between, it created extra images, but using the same characters, using the same characteristics. But yes, you have the capability of going and making edits for every single image, small edits, edits on the music, edits on the narrations. I really like it.
That's great.
Valentina, I can recognize that accent. Probably is
It's Romanian, yes.
Bună. We should get together after this one. I'm not sure if you know, but a lot of people which are in this chat, actually, they were authors on Azimuth book, which is this one, is the Rabbit Astronaut. And when you say I made the children book, definitely we need to talk separate.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, welcome. Margarita is laughing. She knows why.
Yeah.
Margarita, I would like it if you could kind of summarize where we're at today with the conversation, because we're coming close to we're a little over the hour.
I just want to answer Lori. She's asking, would I be able to discontinue the subscriptions with 11 Labs and CapCut with this? I wouldn't say that. I think it's a matter, in case of the voice, yeah, here the costs of the voice are very low. For CapCut, it depends on the way you want to produce the final edit of the video, because now it's still very limited, what you can do in the Flova timeline. The other thing that I didn't show you all is that you can also couldn't hear. But the other thing that I was going to tell you is that you can also, they have now a thing that you upload a soundtrack to Flova, and it produces a video based on your soundtrack. I'm doing one there, and I will be sharing maybe tomorrow on the event links, so you can see the soundtrack is the same of the main video that we saw in the beginning, this Symbiosis. So I used that soundtrack just to check what kind of video would it do again, but just with the soundtrack. So I'm waiting for the response. And yeah, I think we cover all the main things on Flova. It's an AI assistant for video. And one of the positive things is like it can read outside links. in embedding the workflow, and it also guides you if you are new to this kind of tools. So I think those are the main principal things that I could outline here.
Okay, well, terrific. I'd like to finish up by just mentioning the upcoming main events. February 27th, that's next week, is the main event 152, and that's when we're going to look at everybody's results of the Big Al, Big AI challenge of you being in the Winter Olympics. That's letting you people know you've got one more week to get this stuff together. So far, we've got about 5 things, but I hope we're having more by the end of the week. March 6th, the main event 153, how many AI subscriptions are too few or too many? And we're going to take a look at all of the different ones that are out there. I'm going to show you their cost pages. We can, talk about this because, I think it depends on the individual and on your budget, and it depends on, what stage you are in terms of whether you're professional or hobbyist or just starting off. And I now have March 13th, the main event 154 filled. What this one is going to be called is, what's up, Cherry Horowitz? Because I've been wanting to get caught up with her on things, and we just haven't had a chance. And I thought, well, this is a good way to do it, particularly since she's rebranded herself from AI Conjurer to now GigaBrain Academy. So this will be a fun discussion. March 20th, the main event 155, an interview with Alwyn Veliquez is going to be with us and showing us his work. And then March 27th, the main event 156 is sharing your results from accepting the March Big Al, Big AI challenge. And by the way, going back to next week, at the end of the event, I will be showing you what the March challenge is. Another incentive to show up next week. People, I am really pleased at how many people showed up today. We actually had 28 people here. Margarita, I guess that means you've got to do more of these shows with me so that we get lots of people coming up. It's always a pleasure to talk with my best friend in Portugal. And it's wonderful that you were able to share all that information with us today. And it was wonderful to see all the different people here today from the global community being here. I'm just delighted with it. And oh, by the way, Sandu, good to have you here too. Anyway, thank you, my friends, for being here. I'm going to stop the recording now.